Hey guys, Bill with Tigress Gloves. Thought I'd do a quick little video here to show you guys how we break in gloves and maybe help you to break in your own glove, whether you get it from us or anybody else. Techniques are all about the same. You've probably seen other videos on it. They recommend using shaving cream or some kind of oil or water or whatever. We don't do that. I don't like that. I'm not trying to lubricate anything. I'm trying to just get the leather to move a little bit. I don't want it heavier. I don't need it slippery and greasy. I don't like that at all. It's a brand new glove and the leather is not dried out, okay? Now this glove we've been working on for a couple of days. This is the last day. Tomorrow it's gonna ship. This is wrapped in an ace bandage and has a ball inside of it, all right, in the pocket. This is the way you should store your glove when you're not working on it, when you're breaking it in. For the first few days of this, just keep it overnight, wrapped up like this, tight. Roll the fingers. I'll show you how we got to this point later on. So when you take it out of here, what you're going to find is that it's going to want to close a lot easier than it did before, the day before. Because what you're doing is you're training this hinge point right here to stay shut. And what happens is if you were to leave this glove like this overnight after you've been working on it for 20-30 minutes and then you just put it away like this at night, this will stiffen back up on you, that heel, okay? So let's say this is a brand new glove, and here is a brand new glove right here. I'm not gonna break this one in because this is a stock glove and I don't want to soften it. This one is regular stiff. Regular stiff is pretty stiff. I mean, it's just like you would find any of the high quality gloves on the market out there. Very good leather and very stiff. We leave our gloves stiff normally on our stock gloves because we don't know how the player, whoever orders it, is going to want it. And if you want it stiff and we've softened the glove already, we cannot get it back to stiff. Once we break down the fibers in there, we can't get it back. A lot of players like it very stiff. Our pros like it very stiff. So we leave it stiff and then we'll take it from there on your recommendation on how you want it. To break this glove in, if you were just to go out there and use it and play catch, beat on it every once in a while, it'll take you a couple months, okay? And it's going to be very hard to close for a younger hand. This heel is very, very stiff, all right? But this is where we're going to focus on breaking it in, on softening it up. So I'm going to put this one away because I don't want to soften that one up. But let's say this was the first one we got this, and we're going to break it in. First thing we're going to do is, again, I said, not going to apply water, not going to apply oil. This leather is nice and moist, not dried out, I guess is the way I should explain it. It's not really wet, but it's not dried out, doesn't need oil. The laces across the fingers, just to help you get moving with the glove, just start pulling the laces, spreading the top apart, all the way across, okay? This glove has a T-net web on here. When this web is brand new and the laces are tight, it's gonna be sunk in a little bit like that because the laces are actually pulling it in. So what you're going to want to do is hit in here to get the laces reset. Now, what I have here, this is a hitting mat. I love breaking in a glove on a hitting mat. It has enough cushion where it doesn't damage the glove, but it's very firm where I'm getting a lot of force when I hit the glove. But if you don't have a hitting mat, something like this to work on, then you can just get one of these pads on Amazon or whoever, and that'll cushion it. You can even do it on your lap. It won't hurt you. But I'm going to set this netting, or the web here, the lacing in the web, I'm going to set that lace by just hitting that web. Now I'm not trying to break in the web, because that's going to happen when I play catch. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to get the lacing to set so that the web can stay back and stay out of the way when I want to close the glove. It's not going to be bound up on itself, because that's what it kind of does when it pushes in. Now you're kind of binding on itself. So loosen those laces up a little bit like that. You're going to work the pocket a little bit, but this is not a pocket. The pocket is not something that you need to break in when you're breaking in a glove. You can beat that, beat that, beat that. It's not going to make your glove any softer. What makes your glove softer is working on the heel right here, opening and closing. Every time you play catch, you close it, close it, close it, over and over, working that. That's where it's going to really make the most difference. The pocket, I beat on that a little bit, just to get it set, just to get that shape in there that we want before you play catch. But the heel right here, this is the key part. So this is an infield glove, 11.5 inch. Infielders will most likely want their glove to close from thumb to middle finger, about like that. Okay, so when it closes, it's going to close like that. An outfielder is going to want to go from thumb to pinky. Okay, and outfield gloves are longer fingered. They're easier to break in. They get softer faster. Shorter the glove, the stiffer the glove usually. The pinky and the thumb have stiffeners inside of here so that they stay more rigid. We are not interested in breaking down the pinky and the thumb right now. The player, when they get the glove, they can form the pinky and the thumb. If they want to flare it, they can do it. They can make it however they want. The rest of the glove, we're going to keep working it. So you're going to roll it up, get everything kind of moving in there and stretched out. You're going to, if you get in the pocket, kind of stretch over it, roll over this. Just kind of get that moving. And then when you find your hinge point, again, this one's going to be thumb to middle finger. This hinge point right here, this is where you're going to focus most of your work. You're going to hit this hinge point, roll that a little bit, roll the heel a little bit. Just keep working that heel. Okay? Get this soft. Don't be afraid of hitting here. You're not going to hurt it. This area here, once you get this area broken down and softer, the glove is going to close very easily. Now it should not, and you'll see I keep opening it back up because I want it to be trained to be open, not closed like a pancake, or a taco I should say. But when you toss this down, any glove, toss it down, it should stay open, all right? A gamer should stay open. Once it gets to a point where it's laying completely flat like a taco, like this, lays like that, you've lost your pocket, and that glove now is probably in need of relacing, or you're going to want to get a new glove. Okay, so keep working it to stay open. When you put it down, it should stay open. When you store your glove in your bag, in your bat bag, or wherever you put it, you should put a ball in it. Wrap it up, put it in the glove bag we give you, put a ball in there and keep it like this so that it keeps its shape across the back. When you put these in your bat bag, everything else you put in there starts just squishing your glove down, and pretty soon you end up with that taco glove. And you might love it because it's easy to work, to open and close, but it's not good for catching a ball. You're basically ruining your glove. So put a ball in there, it'll keep its shape, throw it in, you can wrap it up with a Band-Aid or an ace bandage or what have you, all right? So to break this glove in, main thing you're focusing on is the heel. Just keep beating that in. 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. It'll take you maybe 3 days to get this glove to where you can play catch with it, and that's where you really want to put your energy into finishing the break-in, is by playing catch. That's when you're going to get a good form on here. Glove's going to be the way you want it and the way you use it, fit to your hand. When you're storing the glove, in between these 20, 30-minute sessions, roll it back up like this, okay, for overnight or however long, a couple of hours. Roll it up, wrap an ace bandage around it, wrap a belt around it, whatever. Whatever you can do to keep it in this shape, tight, all right, rolled up. I like using an ace bandage. And then when you come back to work on it later and you take it out of the ace bandage, it's gonna still have this break right here in the heel where you want it. Because if you leave it like this overnight, if you work 20 minutes, half hour on this, and you leave it like this, it'll stiffen back up. This leather will stiffen back up on you, believe me, and you'll find out. And so the easiest thing is keep it in that shape. When you come back, you will not have lost any ground, okay? Other than that, guys, it's just, 2-3 days of doing that, go play catch with it. Catch is the absolute best thing you can do to break in a glove. Again, you can put oils on it if you want. You don't need to. You're not going to hurt the leather by hitting it when it's dry, all right? All right, guys, again, this is Bill with Tigress Gloves. If you have any questions, email us, tigressgloves@gmail.com, or send us a message on Facebook. We're happy to hear from you. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.